Hello folks, well, what a day we had yesterday. Started off, because it's lambing season, and our first 2 lambs were born a couple of days ago up at Auchendrain, which is about a 15-minute drive away. So we went up there, we're going up there a couple of times a day, just check on everything, make sure everything's okay. We went there yesterday morning and one of the little cross lambs wasn't looking very good. It was fast asleep and didn't really disturb until we got right on it, which is quite unusual. And it just looked a bit hunched up and unhappy. And mother was sort of nearby and calling it, and it was calling that, but they weren't getting together. It was just a bit odd, and we thought, well, we'd better keep an eye on that one. And then we got, as we were leaving there, we got a call to say a friend of ours was not very well, and Lindsay was having a day off, so it was opportunity to go and check out what was going on there. He ended up in hospital later in the day. And then speaking to one of our local friends, Jake, he suggested we really ought to go and get the lamb and bring it back to Ladyfield and get some milk into it, because obviously it wasn't getting enough from its mum. So back to Auchendrain, catch the lamb, which wasn't difficult. Brought it back here. Got some, well, we went and saw Jake. He gave us some powdered milk, which we mixed up for the lamb, started feeding that. And then we thought, you know what, we really better go and get the yow as well, the mum. So headed back down there with Buck, set up a pen, and then managed to round some of the sheep up into the pen so that we could catch the one we needed. It's that one there.
Which one?
Come by. Come by. No, Ray. Buck. Come by. Buck. Come by.
Is it in that group?
Come by. Lie down. Lie down. Yeah, get to the gate. Lie down. Lie down. Come by. Lie down. Lie down. It's the one in the middle of these 5. Lie down. Come by. Are we?
Which one is it? This one?
There.
Oh.
Buck, come by. Come by.
These are getting a bit rattled, aren't
Come by.
they?
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Come by. Come by. Come by. Come by. Lie down.
Oh, we've got them in a
Lie
good
down.
spot
Lie
here.
down. Lie down. Come by. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Oh, come by. Come by.
Is it the only one?
Yeah,
They're going to get out.
No, don't shut the gate. Don't shut the gate.
They're going to get out.
Don't shut the gate. Don't, just keep it closed. Keep it close. That's it. Now shut the gate. Well done.
Right, let's let them calm.
Well done.
Which one is it?
Where's Buck gone? Buck, lie down.
Right, so you're going to get it, and then I'm going to let the others out.
That's the one. Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Got it?
Yep. Let them go.
Oh, I'm glad I did a slip knot.
Yeah.
Do you want me
Let's
to...
have a quick look at her vessel.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Well, we've got...
Oh, solid that is.
no milk.
Absolutely solid.
That's the problem then, eh?
That's why you feel that.
I can see.
So yeah, it turns out that the mother's got mastitis, which is what Maggie had a few weeks ago, funnily enough, our hunt-away dog. Really swollen vessel, which meant she'd got no milk. So that's why the lamb wasn't doing well. So we've now got the the lamb and the owl at Ladyfield. The lamb, I'll show you the lamb. The lamb is in a little pen. She's actually in the pen that we had the puppies in. The puppies spent the night outside in their little kennel last night. Let's go see the lamb, see how it's doing. It was very poorly when we got it here. It was really floppy and had no life in it, just kept falling asleep. But a good feed and a heat lamp, and he's looking great. Here he is. Little lammy. Hello. Yeah, I know. Do you want something to eat? I'll try and put the camera down somewhere where you can see what we're doing. Maybe just on the floor, eh? Come on in. Come on. That's it. All right. Here we are. Here we are. All right. Calm down. Calm down. Here you go. Whee. Oh. So yeah, yesterday was a crazy day. You know, we finally finished feeding pups and sheep and lambs by about 10 o'clock in the evening. It was a crazy day, long day. Anyway, let's go in the barn. We've had a few camera issues, which meant I didn't get to film putting the insulation down, but it is down. Look at that. Insulation all the way through on the ground floor. So it's 150mm Celotex, or whatever you like to call, you know, it's PIR insulation. It's like a rigid foam with foil on each side. There's lots of different makes. This piece happens to be Kingspan. Celotex was the local company. They used to make it fairly near where I lived. So yeah, it's like a rigid foam with foil on both sides like that. The majority of this stuff is actually called Recticel, but it all does the same job. So it's 150mm Celotex. I've cut these strips of inch Celotex, which are going to be fixed in position along the edges of all the walls like that. Just means that there's no cold bridge between the screed that goes down and the stone or the brick blockwork, which would lose heat. It also gives the concrete a little bit of room to move, expand and contract. So they've all got to be fixed into place. You'll see this bit here, which is my fancy idea about putting cobbles in. I don't know if I probably have mentioned that in a previous video, but that'll be a video on its own when we finally do that. So yes, in a screw fix order, I've picked up all this pipe. That's soil pipe, waste pipe, copper pipe, and then lots of fittings, and aluminium tape, solder, and yeah, all sorts for getting all the plumbing done. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury all of the waste pipes, soil pipes, and copper pipes in the Celotex, so that when it gets screeded, everything's hidden underneath. And then the underfloor heating kit is due to be delivered tomorrow. So it looks like we're going to be pretty well on time. I've got 75 bags of cement on order, which will be delivered next Thursday. So it should all happen in time for when Tom comes up to help me screed the floor. So today, first job today is I'm going to go along all these joints in the insulation and tape them up. They're all going to get foil tape. You'll see I've got expanding foam in a few places that needs trimming off. The concrete floor isn't absolutely perfect, so there is a little undulation, so I've got rid of those undulations by using expanding foam underneath the insulation here and there. Not everywhere, just in a couple of places. So that's what I'm on today. First job, running tape on all the joints. All right, that's pretty much all the taping done. There's still a couple of bits where the foam isn't set yet, the expanding foam, so I haven't done them, but it's done. Nice and neat it looks now, with tape everywhere, no gaps. That's good. So I'm going to move on to pipe work now. I'll probably put these strips of inch insulation up on the edges, and then I'm looking at doing insulation pipes in the insulation. So here's the grand plan. This was my original. I'm going near the sunlight. You won't be able to see that. Let's put it on there. So this was my little drawing, working out my underfloor heating pipe layout. I've drawn this all to scale because pipes have to be, in my instance, 200 mil apart, so it's quite easy to work out where the runs go. Now it's about 72 square metres, this barn floor area, and I've got myself an 80 square metre underfloor heating kit which arrives tomorrow, and that's got 4. Buck, what's that all about? It's best not to have any one circuit more than 20 square metres, because then the pumps struggle to push the water around that far. So this is going to be a 4-manifold, 4-circuit system. So there's eight connections on the manifold, 4 in, 4 out. That was my original layout, and then I realised it was all a bit congested around here, coming around the stone wall, which is that stone wall over there. So what I've done instead of that, I've revised the plan, and I've put a hole through the wall here, this internal wall. You can see that. You can't see out the other side because the insulation and the damp-proof membrane are in the way. But I put a hole there, and now all the 3 zones that come into the main part of the building will come through that gap, which will mean all of these pipes here, which are actually just feeding that, won't take up too much room in this zone, making this zone too small. So my revised plan is this one, where that's the manifold there, and then these pipes are all going to come through and feed zone B, zone A, and this, which will be zone C, leaving the utility room as zone D on its own right, which will be about 18 square metres, I think. So that works out nicely. Then my little colour coordinated chart is showing me where my pipe work's going to go. We got a washing machine in here and a butler sink we're going to put in. This is a utility room, so I need water to there. The tank and the boiling system, which was an absolute bargain. We've got a log gasification boiler. They're going to go outside the building at the back, so we're going to bring all the pipe work through that wall, which again, another hole to be made in this 2-foot thick wall, which will be fun. So basically there's water got to be fed from here all the way along here to the kitchen sink, which is going to be here, and the hand basin in the toilet, which is this room here, which is the toilet and downstairs bathroom. So I need copper pipes all from there up there right the way back into the utility. We also need 40mm waste pipe from the washing machines and the butler sink running all the way through to here. This green line is the 110mm soil waste, which will take everything. Not that we've got soil as such, because we're going to have a compost toilet in this bathroom, which is going to be a video in its own, because convincing the council that that was okay was quite a trick, but we pulled it off. And we think we might possibly be the first, we're definitely the first residential compost toilet in Argyll, possibly in Scotland. I think we might have set a precedent there. Anyway, so the green, we've put the green in case at any point in the future, you know, we have no plans, but if we were ever to leave, then it could be easily converted back to a conventional toilet if somebody wanted to do that. So we're going to put a pipe in there that will be blanked off. Then this green pipe will be the main one out. That's through the hole in the wall that I made a few weeks ago. The pink is the waste, the 40mm waste coming from the washing machine. One from the kitchen sink, which is here, and this one will be coming from the bath. So there we go. That's what I've got to do. I've got to get all these pipes buried in the copper and the plastic. All got to be buried in the Celotex with a fall on them, and then the screed will come in, and the underfloor heating pipes sit on top of the insulation and get encased in the screed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this all out, make sure I've got room to do it all, and then get these pipes laid. And then once they're in, then I need to pressure test everything. Certainly the copper pipes that are going to be soldered, they all need to be pressure tested. So yeah, a bit of work coming up. Very different to being on the roof. Nice to be thinking about lots of different things. In one sense, it's like a bit of an overload, but that's fine. We can only do one bit at a time. As long as I get this all ready for when Tom arrives and we can do the screed. So here we go. Come on. make sure it's in line. That's it. Well, there we go. That's the first lot of plumbing finished. From the hand basin. Bath inlets, sink inlets for the kitchen, bath waste, kitchen sink waste, hand basin waste, future proofing pipe. That's the branch that's going to come up to the top there and pick up the upstairs shower room. And then through the wall. Back out the other side. Kitchen sink waste, hot and cold in, washing machine waste. So, next job. I have got to get some electric across there. We want electric in the island, which is going about where I'm standing now. So I do need to get cable across to that, but that'll be another day. And so, rest of this evening and tomorrow, I'm picking the bones out of this lot, which is all the kit for the underfloor heating. That's the manifold. It's all got to be built, put together. Pipe cutters, air vents, heating pump. Yeah. That's a nice job. So I've got to clear the room right out, get it completely clear. I might give it a bit of a mop. Only reason for that is that these clips that take all the underfloor heating pipes have got this peel off layer on the back. They're self-adhesive. So if the floor's too dusty, they're not going to stick in place, which would be a real pain. So it's early evening now. I'm going to head off to Ock and Drain again, check on the lambs. Hopefully there's more lambs than there were yesterday. And I'll come back and go on a bit more.